I had never thought much about my will. It was something I took care of once, carefully, and then placed out of sight. Not forgotten, just settled. I wrote it after my wife died. Not because I expected anything to happen soon, but because order felt comforting after loss. Everything was simple. The house would be divided equally. Savings shared fairly. No surprises. I believed clarity would prevent conflict. For years, no one mentioned it, until my daughter did. She brought it up casually one afternoon while we were sitting at the kitchen table. Not the same table as before, but the same quiet. She said she had been organizing her own documents, that it made her think about mine. She smiled and said, "Dad, your will is probably outdated." Outdated. The word didn't alarm me. It sounded reasonable. Things change. People change. She said laws change too. I asked her what she meant. She said the document was old. That some things might not reflect my wishes anymore. She said it gently, like a suggestion, not a correction. I told her I thought everything was fine. She nodded. Then she asked a question. What if something happened and it caused problems between us? That question landed quietly, because it wasn't about money, it was about peace. I said I didn't want my children arguing. She agreed immediately. That's when she said it would be better to review everything, just to be safe. She didn't mention changes, she mentioned updates. That distinction mattered, or at least it felt like it did. She said she could help, that she knew someone, a lawyer who had helped a friend. Someone efficient, affordable, trustworthy. I didn't feel pressured. I felt cared for. That's what made it work. She didn't criticize my old decisions. She respected them. She said she just wanted to make sure my wishes were protected. I told her I would think about it. She didn't insist. She let the idea rest. That night, I took the will out of the drawer. I read it slowly. Everything still sounded like me. Fair, balanced, familiar. I wondered what part of it could be considered outdated. I didn't find an answer, but the word stayed with me. Outdated implies risk. It implies something could go wrong. I started to imagine situations I hadn't before. Misunderstandings, delays, legal confusion. The next time my daughter visited, she didn't bring it up. Instead, she talked about how complicated these things could get, how families stopped speaking over small details. She said she didn't want that for us. I believed her. A few days later, she sent me a message, just a reminder, no urgency. No pressure, just thinking about you. That was all it took. I agreed to review the will, not to change it, just to look. That's what I told myself, and that's what I told her. At least that's what I thought I was agreeing to. If you think stories like this should be told, you can support the channel by liking this video. If you want to keep watching, subscribe to the channel. A new episode every day. Cool doesn't always mean fair.